Andrea Leadsom.
Thank you, Chairman. Sir Don, I'm really delighted that you are talking about this, because I just want to go back to the money transmission systems again. It seems to me that this is a complete revolution in retail banking. And for years, it's always been a puzzle to me, why is it that as a retail customer of a bank, if you want to change your bank account, you've then got to unset up all of your standing orders and your direct debits, go somewhere else, sort it all out again, running the risk that you won't pay your mortgage on time or your credit cards on time and so on. It's always seemed bizarre to me. It would make a lot more sense if your bank account stays with you and you just change your sort code if you wish to switch provider, and likewise your mortgage account. Why does that have to be started again from scratch? So I do think what we're talking about here is an absolute revolution in retail banking, and I think that in one fell swoop it would literally change the competition situation in retail banking. Can you just comment on that? Do you think that it can be as radical as that?
My judgment is that it would be. It would change how well bank managers slept at night, and I think that's radical. It would focus on current accounts. I think straying on to mortgages in particular, I think is difficult. But because the current account is so important to the bank, because of our inertia, because of their opportunities to sell on other products, some of which we're not talking about today, but insurances and the like. It's just so important to the bank to have you as a current account customer that breaking that hold, or rather making it absolutely clear that they had to serve you well, clearly and faithfully, it would make a huge difference.
And would you agree that then it would also reduce barriers to entry? Because, of course, at the moment, one of the biggest reasons for not going into the UK retail banking marketplace is simply because of the inertia of customers. Your possibility of building a new brand is extremely long-term and costly, whereas if customers can instantly change bank, then presumably that will persuade new entrants into the market.
And it makes the cost of acquisition, to use the marketing phrase, the cost of acquisition of a new customer would drop dramatically.
Yeah.
And it would make effective marketing more viable. I mean, it is astonishing, really, if you think about it, that brands as strong as Tesco and Virgin and Marks and Spencer's haven't been able, or they are there, but haven't been able to, over the course of 12, 14 years now, make any real inroads here. I may say it took the FSA 17 years to give Terry Leahy a banking licence, but, hopefully that will change.
And last question on that point. Do you think that it would also increase customer confidence in the banking system if they felt that they can literally move with their feet, they can just march out the door and go somewhere else the very next day?
Yes, because it would, Chairman, gave the example of him personally trying to get information from the bank. It would make it far more difficult for the banks to hold information, to hide it. They would just have to be far more forthcoming, and it would improve on the high street anyway. Let's not talk investment banking, but on the high street anyway, it would improve trust, I think.
And in terms of the cost, did you in your earlier review look at the costs to banks of trying to create a system that would allow the consumer to take their bank account with them?
No. And the reason is, I did this in number portability which you all enjoy now in telecoms, was something I drove through in the 90s, first on the fixed line and then mobile. And in each case, the estimates of the cost were huge, and you could get an engineer sitting in front of a body like this demonstrating how expensive it was going to be. However, if you drive it through, that same engineer is delighted to have the challenge, and the costs are trivial. And the engineers get at it, they're legitimised to get at the issue, and in today's world, they should be able to deliver it very easily. I would go further. They should be able to deliver it in ways which are cost saving for the bank as well as service improving for us.
Thank you.